back to another episode of My Watch Therapy. Oh, it's a beaut, Clark, as my friend Dave says. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even noticed that. What a touch. It hides away in the SEIKO Coutura Radio Sync Solar. Let's take a moment to connect and notice new things. Can't quite get it to focus on that crown with the inlaid blue. What a nice touch. I have been a radio controlled, radio sync, and GPS enabled watch with analog fan for quite a long time. And this is a line of SEIKO that a lot of people don't think about or know about, kind of like Astron, which is the GPS version. This being a radio controlled, so it grabs a signal once a day, usually in the wee hours of the morning, 2, 3 in the morning, and will set the seconds hand absolutely correct to like an atomic time level. You can also do it manually, and I'll show you how in just a little while. But I think they're great. And I think a lot of people, you got to be a geek about time and accuracy and all that, which I am. And that's why I love this type of watch. I also think this is just a big, bold watch, which I definitely appreciate. It's got nice touches like that crown I showed you. Really nice polished center link with this sort of rib, I'm going to call it. Kind of pointing all the way up. Right there. Very cool. Love that. And I also noticed the case back, which looks awesome, is actually glass. Hear that? That's sapphire crystal glass right there. You can see it kind of says sapphire crystal right there. See, I ain't lying. Lots to love here. This watch is for sale, loaned in from the TikTok Time shop here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. You see the suggested retail. Jonathan and Philip and Becca and all the people down there will take care of you. Great second generation family owned business. They do a lot of clock repair, and I always spout about them. They're just great people to work with, and highly recommend reaching out to them or going on their website. There is, it's good sized. It's 44.5 millimeters. And with these buttons, pushers here, it kind of almost seems a little bigger. And I have a nearly 7-inch wrist. And you can see it takes up all of it. It's not extra thick. It's like 11 point something. We'll call it 11 millimeters thick. Which is not small. But yeah, you get a sense. It's pretty large, but it's comfortable. It is stainless steel, so it's got a little weight to it. But I really like it. It comes in 3 colorways. If you get on the SEIKO website, they have kind of like an all black one. They have a green, dark green, and like gold version, which is very cool. But it's, the fact is, for $600, you're getting a solar chronograph, right? So you can start the chronograph timer real easy right there. Solar chronograph, radio controlled, Japanese made watch with sapphire crystal. Pretty excellent. You can stop that. Whoops, and reset. You say I accidentally just hit the seconds hand with this pusher. You notice it pushed to the Y. Ready? Boom. That means the last signal it got, radio signal, was successful. So you know it's perfectly accurate. The only thing is, I have noticed, and I would love to get anybody's feedback, is radio towers where they send the signal from, there's, I believe, only one in all of America, and that's in Fort Collins, Colorado. So where I am, it works, but I think the range of those radio waves is not quite 2,000 miles. It's less than 2,000 miles. And so when you get to the West Coast, and certainly by the East Coast, it's harder to get a signal. Whereas a GPS watch, it grabs a satellite, so you could be anywhere. The other thing, the radio signal, you have to manually set your time zone. So I set it to Denver, right there. And then this just corrects, the radio signal corrects the seconds hand daily, not the entire time. So if you change a time zone, it's not going to change the time zone for you. GPS watch, that would do that. It would. Has a 6-month battery life. Has a battery saver. I believe at night it kind of like goes to sleep if it's been exposed, in the dark for an extended amount of time. But I think it's just a great watch, a great effort. It's got those LumiBrite hands, and so they're going to glow all night. I did do the radio signal, and it took 4 minutes. I put this by the window. I started it, and it, to manually receive a radio signal, and it took 4 minutes. It can take up to 12, is what I read. And I think it's this button you hold down. Let's see, it's like 3 seconds. I don't know. I think, yeah, it's changing the time zone. That was my bad. It's actually this one. Let's see. Anyway, it seems to be alive. And so, yeah, you're going to need the instruction manual a little bit in the beginning. I don't know why it keeps changing. I'm going to just let it do its thing. I don't want to break it. But this has been another episode of My Watch Therapy. I'm really glad you watched. And please don't laugh. I don't know the watch. It just seems to be taking over right now. The correct function would be holding this down for 3 seconds, and then it would grab a radio signal, which it's not going to do now because it's changing a time zone. Appreciate you. I appreciate you spending a little of your most precious commodity watching this video, which is time, after all. And I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.